get a chance to see him that much, obviously, with the job that he's had working with us, but good to see him back and the Seminole fans showing their love. What a great player. People forget, he led the Knowles in interceptions for career interceptions until Deion Sanders. There's so many moments that we had with him, obviously, on game day. That's the best.
Loves this school.
There he is with his family. Great to see him.
Let's have a visit with him later. Castellanos keeps up to say maybe the only FSU quarterback in history as quick as Castellanos was the old Sunshine Scooter.
That's right, yeah.
He could move.
Oh, he was quick.
They didn't play with his tempo, though, back in LC's day. He got 5, it's a 3rd and 5. Danzy flips it back. Castellano trying to make something happen downfield, and the pitch is incomplete. A lot of trickery, as Malzahn will do, ends up back with the quarterback and Randy Pittman. Very reliable target. Couldn't quite come back and make a diving catch.
So there's, again, a lot going on here. They went tempo, not to mention they try to, again, get you out of position. Almost able to get Moutouré, the linebacker, ends up catching up to Pittman, the tight end. I thought he might take off and run with that football.
3rd and 5 play, by the way. Trickery with tempo, catch it downfield.
Again.
That's Gus. Cimento is punting for exactly the 5th time this season, been averaging 1 punt per game. That's how much they've been finding the end zone. Malachi Tony makes the fair catch. So Miami defense able to get off the field and sends Carson Beck back out there.
So the running game is critical to their success. If they can't run the ball, it'll make it obviously a lot tougher. Shannon Dawson said, as a play caller, I got to be patient. I got to be stubborn like I was against Florida. Even if it doesn't look good, I just got to keep going back to it. But if Florida State's going to be determined to stop that part of Miami, which is their identity, then it comes down to protection and moving Carson Beck around and those receivers winning one-on-one in those matchups against the Knowles secondary.
Take it to Fletcher, pitch to the end. Tony got blocked on the edge, but Jerry Nelson got to fought through it, so the gain is short. Picked up about 3.
Boy, what a play by Jerry Wilson there to get off the block there and by Marion and still be able to hold that edge. He's a physical guy, loves to play him to the field, does a good job keeping the eyes, usually known for his ability to defend the pass, but that time showing an ability to get physical.
No DBs have to be up to the challenge because these Miami receivers love to block and do it well. Be fun battles to watch on the edge tonight. 2nd and 7, Fletcher banging downhill and muscles for first down to the 35. Picked up 10 before Stephon Thompson got him.
And Markel Bell on that left side opened that up. Really good job. And it's an example of sticking to your guns. Continue to run the ball there on 2nd and 7. Now they go a little tempo themselves.
Back off the play fake. Launches downfield for a second time. And it's caught by C.J. Daniels. There is a flag down at midfield. Beck laid that out, and the veteran leader of this receiving corps ran under it.
They got a hold, I think, on Edwin Joseph, 3 from Florida State. This play should stand.
Holding, defense, the penalties are crying. Result of the play, first down.
There's a cross here where they ended up holding Tony, but this is what we just talked about. Got him turned. What a route there by Daniels. We're just talking about Wilson, what a good job he did in run defense. This is what he's known for, ability to cover downfield. Who's going to win these matchups one-on-one in the perimeter? Not only do you hit a big play, you can soften the Florida State defense up and get back to your bread and butter. Now that they know you're going to go downfield, get those safeties back, you get back to running the football.
Daniels wasn't healthy, didn't have his best game against the Gators. The bye week, he is fully healthy and makes a big play early. 2-back look now for Canes. Marty Brown and Fletcher in there. And muscling off the right side, which is what they love to do. Fletcher moves the file for 5.
It's an impressive running game. You expect that from Mario Cristobal. It's not just, hey, they're big and they're physical and they're talented. It's really the execution, the timing. It's not just easy. They've been working 4 years on trying to get this line right, trying to get the timing right. And you got good, tough backs to be able to run behind that line. Remember now, UVA, Virginia, last Friday against the Knowles, they got in that red area 5 times. They scored 5 touchdowns. See what the Knowles do and try to clean that up.
And showing more of this phony two-back look in recent games. Now by Tony moves in. It's a tight formation, and they hand it to Marty Brown. He's been so impressed by him in the early season. Just a very physical guy, runs bigger than his 220 pounds.
They told us they might go with that pony look, meaning two running backs in the backfield. That time Fletcher, who just had a couple good carries, he led the way like an isolation, like a big fullback. So an unselfish group of backs that Miami has.
Now they've got the giant Lloyd Patulli, wears 46 when he plays fullback. A power formation here. They need about 1.5 yards on third. Fletcher is the back. Very little mystery. This physicality. Great job. They grab Fletcher around the waist. They're going to spot him short, and it's going to be 4th down. Making the play with Shaheem Brown, who steps in for Ashland Barker, who's out tonight at safety.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. You bring in a couple extra linemen as tight ends. It's pretty obvious what you're going to do. The Knowles had everybody at the line of scrimmage, right in front of the student section.
Same big bodies in there now on 4th down. They didn't get much of anything. It's still a full yard away.
Get him under center, sneak it.
Then that's an offensive lineman behind him. They hand it to Fletcher. He has to really work hard, but it's enough for a 1st and goal.
Yeah, Maui Noah, the right tackle. Just enough of a dent on that right side. Watch the push there, 61, 73, got right there, smart guy. When you need those tough yards, get behind the right tackle.
He wears 46, that's a 290-pound offensive lineman. Switches jerseys when he goes in there to play fullback. Now again, the Canes punch it in.
Good time for play action here on 1st and 10.
Good call, coach. Beck moves, throws the end zone through to the traffic. Caught by Alex Bowman, the tight end, in between a couple of Florida State defenders. Knocked down to the 4th.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of condensed formations. You know, bringing those receivers in, bringing the defensive backs in with them. These guys are great blockers, like we talked about. Also creates opportunities for the receivers to have double moves to the inside, to the outside, and a lot of space on the perimeter.
This is as condensed as it gets, right? I mean, final minute of the quarter, 9th play of this drive coming up. Take it to Brown. Slant touchdown. C.J. Daniels. Cut the deep shot to set it up and finishes the job. And a little mock of the work chant.
Well, what a route. He left Jerry Wilson flat-footed, gave him a little outside move, a little stutter, and then broke it off on the slant. And Wilson actually turned to the outside. And so once he had the time to make that throw, he had a great separation. That was a heck of a route by C.J. Daniels.
You said great to have him back healthy. Compliments Tony. 3 true freshmen play in this rotation, 3 receivers from the portal, a completely rebuilt cast, and gives Beck lots of options.
Let's go back and watch this, Chris. Watch this little hesitation, little... He being completely, he's on an island out there all by himself, and Daniels set that up perfectly. Nobody gets their hands up on that quick throw, and he puts it right on the face mask for the touchdown.
It's kind of weird when you play one-on-one basketball. You kind of just want to slink out of the gym if you're on the other end of that.
And you brought up earlier about how it's going to be a great battle, the blocking of the Canes against the Knowles. Also, we talked about who's going to win the one-on-one matchups. A couple times on that drive, we saw the Miami receivers downfield. Daniels a couple times making some big plays. It's a risk you take when you crowd the line of scrimmage against the Miami run game. Don't forget about Carson Beck and these guys and how they can throw it downfield.
Maybe that kind of night, Kirk, as you said. This man clearly wants to impose the offensive line. Florida State's been vulnerable to giving up those long marches. You mentioned the Virginia game. Alabama came in here, 16-play touchdown drive. Cavaliers had a 16-play touchdown drive late in that game. So there'll be times when they will revert to that. But I'm with you. This is a night for Beck to kind of spread it around.
I think it is.
Back 4 for 4 on that drive. But Tommy Castellanos, interesting career. We asked Gus Malzahn, is he an athlete who kind of throws, or is he a thrower who happens to be a good athlete? That's a great question you asked.
Yeah, I thought it was a great answer. He said when I had him early, he was an athlete figuring out how to throw, but now, working with him later in his career, now he's a great passer who happens to be an athlete. So he's worked really hard on that part of his game. Mentioned Quincy
Quincy Avery, the quarterback. Yeah, he did a great job working with him.
They gave a lot of credit about how much he's really changed his mechanics.
They just working out with Cam Ward or Sanders on the floor.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Full start offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's a big part of these quarterbacks and their development in the offseason. And Quincy Avery, one of the guys that works around the country with a lot of different quarterbacks, NFL and college, and what an opportunity for these guys to really grow. You know, it's almost become an art. You know, like a golfer working on his golf swing. These quarterbacks and the way they work on their rotational passing.
Well, to throw it on 4th and 15, it's Randy Pittman. And he said that it was the first time he'd ever done that, Kurt. We're so used to these guys as like 8th and 9th graders already working with the quarterback.
Yeah, he said he never did it. Never had that chance until he had a chance to hook up with Quincy Avery, and really made a huge difference. And I think it's given him a lot more confidence in his ability. And I said, man, that's hard to do, change your mechanics because of the muscle memory, but he certainly has put the work in.
Saban with sticks on 2nd down. And Castellanos trying to escape, couldn't quite. David Blade Jr., the defensive tackle, couldn't quite let him go. It's going to set up a 3rd down as the seconds tick down in this first quarter. Now Seminoles in their first possession, long grinding drive settled for 3. Then C.J. Daniels and Beck hooked up twice, and Miami's touchdown drive puts them up 7-3 at the end of the first quarter here in Tallahassee. Good one in the making here. Back after this message and a word from your local ABC station.
Halloween is on Disney Plus. Hello. So you can feel a little fear.
What's this?
Or a little more fear. Or a lot of fear. Or you can get completely terrified. Choose wisely with Halloween on Disney Plus.
Now make sure I'll get 3 for $5 because they ain't advertising it, honey.
Oh, we're advertising it. Get 3 pieces of our crispy, juicy signature chicken for just $5. How's that?
Let's go, Popeyes. That chicken from Popeyes.
David Muir, the most watched newscast in America. And now, ABC's World News Tonight has won the Emmy for Best Live News Program for the 3rd year in a row.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Operation Smile delivers care that changes lives with the help of Smartsheet. AI-powered workflows that keep their caregivers and procedures coordinated so they can provide clutch surgeries around the world. Smartsheet, helping workflow to bring smiles to life.
That's right. Move like this now. You gotta move it.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
I'm ready for everything, so you'll be prepared for anything. Whatever the weather, we've got you covered. With your AccuWeather forecast on ABC 7 Mornings.
My newest munchie meal is a real monster. 2 terrifyingly huge monster tacos, a monster mozzarella stick, curly fries, nuggets, and a color-changing cup. You can run, but oh, come on, Stan. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box. When the seasons turn the ignition. Grab the keys to a new Toyota. The fall season is wide open, so take the turn you weren't planning on and see where it takes you. Get behind the wheel and take on fall's hottest deals. Lease the sporty Corolla for just $229 a month, or lease the all-hybrid 51 MPG Camry for just $299 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Guess who I caught going to the bank to wire pounds to his secret wife in London?
What an idiot.
So dumb. Next time I'll use Wise for faster money transfers and no hidden fees.
Just the biggest idiot.
You can save up to 70% when you send money abroad. Be smart. Get Wise.
I'm gonna do a Mrs. Doubtfire over football.
Halfway through this journey and it's working.
The longer I'm here, the more opportunities I'm going to have. I would become more of an influencer. Nicole is ulterior motives. It's scary.
Set for the second quarter in Tallahassee. Saturday night football presented by Capital One. First ranked matchup in this great series in 9 years. Seminoles struck first. Miami now on top 7-3 as we begin the second. And this is a third down play. Noles need 11 here. Cordell Williams, who's back healthy, is in the backfield. Castellanos under pressure across the middle, and it's caught by Randy Pittman in the tight end. Right at the marker. It's going to be very close. They're signaling first down, Florida State.
Boy, Pittman is such a weapon at tight end. They brought a linebacker blitz. He does a nice job of being able to see this, kind of baits the defense to blitz towards him, but takes advantage of that vacancy after that four-eight blitz from the linebacker spot. First down for the Noles.
Yeah, versatile is the word. Does a bit of everything. It's him coming in motion as a blocker as they hand it to Williams. Pittman went into the Wildcat formation through a jump pass touchdown against Virginia.
Yeah, he does everything. I mean, and not only that, Chris, he knows the offense. Transferring over from UCF with Gus Malzahn, and knows exactly what this offense is about. Probably plays faster than anybody because of that familiarity, but they use him in a lot of different spots. A lot of times you'll see him moving pre-snap, too.
He caught a touchdown pass that forced overtime in that game. Jalen Lucas is in the backfield. They think that they in Castellanos now wants to throw it to him, and incomplete. Could not quite hold on. Making a beeline for him with Jacoby Thomas. Holly?
Well, you're talking about Tommy Castellanos having quarterback lessons or not. He was one of 11 children. He grew up in Georgia. His father passed away when he was just 3 years old. So everybody has different access to resources, but this is a young man who's made the most of what he could. 3 different schools, but big-time programs at Boston College and now Florida State. Not everybody gets that same access, but good for Tommy Castellanos.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
You said 1 of 11, right, Holly?
Yes.
Offside, defense, number 4, 5-yard penalty, third down. You started 25 games or so in college football. You're able to do things like this, third and long, third and 10. Now becomes third and 4, third and 5.
See, Bank, that's the way it got me that time.
Yep.
Third and 5. Payne is man. 2-by-2 look here. Sawcheck in the backfield. Castellanos from the pocket delivers a long ball to the sidelines, and the catch is made by Deuce Robinson, by far the most targeted receiver in this offense. Picked up 17.
He's talked about Ruben Bain, and Connor Hansen does a good job of providing the protection and the good timing around there. What a great target at 6'6", 225 pounds.
Move it up inside. Sawchuck. Not damn right at the line of scrimmage. Their receiving corps totally rebuilt, much like Miami. Because Deuce Robinson is UCF's red zone weapon, good player at USC that really was coming to his own at Florida State with this offense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The offense, the passing game really works through him because of his skill set. You see he's averaging 20 yards per reception.
Interesting look here. They run jet motion in both ways. This is Danzy trying to use that speed the Canes they've watched some tape. They've done some homework on this offense, as tricky as it is to prepare for.
You're right about that. Good job of keeping their eye. That looks like that maybe Justin Scott there, but a good job of anticipating this. And right here, he just does a good job of just slowing it down. Doesn't make the play, but he's able to slow it down and let the rest of the defense get to him.
You let Danzy get going, and the band's going to start playing. That fast. On the move, Castellanos has Greengrass in front, but the Canes close him down pretty quickly. That's Mesador, defensive end, moving fast.
Yeah, that half roll really got that defense to rotate and kind of roll with them, and then he's very comfortable stepping up and taking off, but much better job playing zone defense, allows their eyes to be on the threat of him taking off and scrambling. One time they played man on third down, he got out and made them pay for it. Since then, we've been seeing a lot more zone.
You think that it's fourth down, they need 8. The Miami 41 offense out there.
They're spying on the scramble.
Been very successful. They got to hurry here. Play clock at 1, and they'll have to spend the timeout. So Norvell says, now it's not the kind of game we want to punt it deep and kind of pin it back. Keep the offense out there and hope that Castellanos can make a play. 4th and 8 for the Noles. Miami territory.
Dripped up, got new iPhone 17 Pro and the line is picked up the back on the best 5G network. No way. Anthony, hilarious. No way. Wait, something about the iPhone? Come on.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
That's real nice.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Lies.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
He's very frank.
Jersey Mike's. A sub of...
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
Big time savings are going on now at Mavis Tire. It's time to save big with Mavis Tire.
Get your big time savings started early with Mavis Tire.
With premium service without the premium price. At Mavis, you can always trust our experts and honest service. Depend on us to keep you driving.
Dependable people.
Dependable people. Dependable people. Depend on Mavis. Depend on Mavis.
Depend on Mavis.
I'm a Modelo recruiter, and I'm always scouting for full-time fans. Check out this year's recruits. The team transfer, married into the team, but acts like he's married to the team. A playmaker can get the ball through the uprights without setting foot on the field. The early season hopeful doesn't hope that this is our team's year. No, so these fans deserve a Modelo because football is really football without a win.
Heard about you? Major crime, secret weapon.
We're gonna find who did this.
911 had a call a few minutes ago.
Shot her.
She witnessed the murder, and somebody killed her before she could finish reporting it. You knew that already, didn't you?
Yeah, but I thought it'd be nice to let you have this one. What are you doing in the police station? Trying to find a place where that mustache makes sense?
Nick Wagner, your new captain.
Ben Gilmore! 118, great for impact!
Just want to go back to this play by Justin Scott, the job that he did by the effort to slow this down. You're talking about Danzy taking this. Look at the linemen. You got 5 guys, you include the receivers. If he doesn't make that play, you got a convoy leading the fastest receiver in the ACC down that left sideline. So he makes that play to set up this 4th down.
4 receivers, 2 on each side for Castellanos. Trying to get the case to jump. Now the snap comes, but he didn't appear to be ready. Throws out his back foot, and it's intercepted. That play was sloppy from the start. And running it back, the Canes get near midfield. That's Bryce Fitzgerald, who's just a ball hawk. His third pick of the season already.
Does a great job of reading it, Chris, but I'm with you. They're looking over the sideline. I don't know if they're trying to fool Miami. I think they almost fooled the quarterback by snapping the football. This is coming out of a timeout. Watch him look over. He looks over after they did the hard clap. They're trying to make the adjustment. That next snap brought the ball. He's very fortunate. He's able to hold on to the football. The safety that makes the plays over here, I think he telegraphs this, really stares it down, then throws it high and late over the middle. But the true freshman, Fitzgerald, with his third pick this year. What a way to get a career started at Miami. 3 interceptions as a safety.
Yeah, Kirk, and he took it back 43 yards to set Miami up in plus territory. Again, it's Brown and Fletcher flanking back. And it's a flea flicker. Back, launches downfield. Tony's out there. He's got a touchdown, Miami. Trickery as they cash in the takeaway. 44 to the house.
What a call by Shannon Dawson. Earl Little just getting aggressive. What does Miami typically do? They want to run the football on 1st and 10. Safety gets a little bit nosy. Comes down, wants to help out a run support. Now he realizes it's too late. The flea flicker catches him napping, and a perfectly thrown deep ball that time by Carson Beck for the touchdown.
That's his second beautiful deep shot. Plenty of air allowed fast at it. One underneath it. How about sudden change? Your defense gets the stop. It's a pick. The return sets you up. And Dawson gets aggressive and creative. Here's the pick by Fitzgerald. It's a desperation heave. And then Knowles defense.
Making beach towels. Now that's serious business. The guys at SandCloud chose a serious business card. The Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One. Their business earns unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy. Like this fabulous fabric. They get big purchasing power so their business can spend more and earn more.
Our 2% cash back helps us build their retail store.
We need a place to sell all these great looking towels. What's in your wallet?
Incredible win. What was the key to victory?
Well, the Sonic Smasher, no doubt about it.
Okay, but what makes the Sonic Smasher so great?
I think it'd be the hand-smashed Angus beef, the melty cheese, and of course the smasher sauce. We're talking the tote right here.
The tastiest of all time.
Give me the QB1 of burgers. The sooner, the better.
Thanks, Coach. I'm Laura Rutledge, reporting from Sonic, where football goes to burger.
With schizophrenia, it can feel like your symptoms decide what you do and who you can be. If you still have symptoms, be bold and ask your healthcare provider about Cobenfy, a twice-daily pill for the treatment of schizophrenia. Cobenfy is not an antipsychotic. It's a different kind of treatment. Cobenfy showed overall improvement across a range of schizophrenia symptoms. And in clinical studies, most people saw no substantial weight gain.
Don't take if allergic to Cobenfy, have trouble emptying your bladder or stomach, certain liver problems, or untreated narrow-angle glaucoma. Serious side effects such as urinary retention, worsening liver, kidney, bile duct, and gallbladder problems, slow stomach emptying, serious allergic reactions, narrow-angle glaucoma, increased heart rate, and side effects in those with kidney problems may occur. Don't drive or use heavy machinery until you know how Cobenfy affects you. Seek help right away if you have hives, swelling of your face, lips, mouth, tongue, or throat, hoarseness, difficulty speaking, breathing, or emptying your bladder.
Imagine what could be Cobenfy.
Imagine what could be Cobenfy.
Okay, your home, auto, and business vehicle are all protected with Progressive. Nice. It gets a bit overwhelming running a business and a family. Ooh, sounds like someone could use a vacation. A what? A vacation. Like taking a break from the stresses of life and work. Oh, like when I'm logging everyone's hours so I get to sit for a while. No. Oh, like when I'm making a delivery in my van and a song comes on that I like. No. So like when I take my work van to the car wash and it's all quiet in that tunnel for like 5 minutes. No, it's like when you go away and you take pictures and I don't know, I've never been on one either.
ABC Saturday
Saturday Night Football is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by the Sonic Smasher. This month only, buy one and get a free large drink when you order in the Sonic app.
Matt Fryer catching the Charlie Ward pass. Number 1 beat number 3 that day. Ward goes on to the Heisman. Also on to the national championship. Despite the loss to Notre Dame, the very first college game day road show. It was a very good year in 1993. Right.
The Rock would have disappointed there on the left. Happy right now.
The folks are disappointed here and stunned. This Florida State team, you know, they were mesmerizing Miami's defense in an impressive opening drive. Did settle for 3, but this Miami offense has come to life. Beck, 7 for 8, 112 and 2 touchdowns.
We knew he'd have some opportunities tonight with this style of Florida State defense. He's taken advantage of them.
Let's take a look for who's bringing the heat. Brought to you by Sonic.
Well, we want to go back and look at this touchdown. They motion, see the motion right here. But what I want you to see is the slow play by the receivers selling the run. They look like they're running for routes. They slow play it, and then that opens up the safety, comes down. But watch the effort by Thor. After he has hit the ball, flips it back, makes that block on a would-be linebacker. Fletcher with a tremendous effort, well coached to get back there and help out. To give Carson Beck time to make that throw to the true freshman for the touchdown to Tony.
Como on the edge. And the running backs in the stable, and the freshman who got the start tonight picks up 9. So Ahmad Moulton of Miami, the defensive tackle, went out earlier. They were looking at his arm. He appears to be back in there.
Yeah, he's got a brace on back out there.
Como again. Enough to get this drive up and running. First down to the 38.
This is the thing with tempo offenses that either works great or it can backfire. You're now 14-3. You need to make a play. You got to kind of stick to who you are as an offense, which is tempo and misdirection. But they need to put a drive together right here. You cannot afford to go off the field quickly with this tempo.
As Danziger comes in motion, he's got the football, and the Canes are all over him. Ruben Bain is going to draw a flag. Yeah. Made the play, but
right call.
Yeah.
Horse collar, he pulled right down in the
Postal foul,
right in front of the
horse collar tackle, defense, number 4, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, he's so athletic, so explosive, does a really good job. Again, you got to protect the edges. He knows that. But that right hand is where he pulled down and got the nameplate. Easy call for the official.
Called him a menace all season. He is, but the second penalty tonight against Spain moves the football into Miami territory at the 47. Pittman comes in motion. There's a blocker for Promo, tries to bounce it, and ends up heading back inside, picks up about 4. Tackled by Scott.
One thing I think to keep an eye on tonight with this tempo is Miami's defensive line. So talented, but do they have the depth to rotate bodies in and out and withstand 60 minutes of going up against that? Jason Taylor, defensive line coach, former Miami Dolphin and great NFL player, does a good job coaching this unit, but they might need some depth here to deal with this.
Castellanos flush, has a lot of space, takes off and sprints to the sidelines. It should be enough for another Florida State first down. Bain was chasing and wasn't going to win that foot race.
Yeah, that's what he does. I mean, you got Ruben Bain, who's as good as there is, comes close to being able to get to him. Works to the inside that time with Hanston. But when you work to the inside, you give up that edge.
Pittman dropped the football and had it set up, and now a late flag comes in. It's in the area where Bain was involved with.
That's on Florida State, a late hit.
Offensive lineman Jacob Risey.
Yeah, Risey jumped on top of him well after the whistle.
Confusion on the part of Norvell. That was really a senseless penalty.
Had some momentum. after the Ruben Bain penalty. Now they backfire.
Pittman Sue has some space. Had he been able to make that easy catch,
There it is in the back.
Unnecessary roughness. Offense, number 64. 15-yard penalty. Replay first down.
A Harvard transfer. How does a Harvard man make a mental mistake like that? Backup guard here.
No idea.
Not an Ivy League move. Backs the football into Florida State territory. The 47 makes it 1st and 25 now. Challenging to overcome that. Try to run it on 1st and 25, and Sawchuk gets a couple. Bain right there in the tackle.
Yeah, that's the thing about, again, Bain is it's not just, again, what he does on the edge. Watch Bain here get off the tackle, shed the block, and then get down and make that play against the run.
Isn't that wild? Look at their defensive stats. The 2 of the top 3 tacklers on this defense are defensive ends. That is ultra rare.
But they have instincts for the linebacker.
On the edge, Jalen Lucas can escape. Another short gain, and is going to set up 3rd and ultra long here as they try to overcome that 15-yard penalty.
At the time, it was Keontae Scott made a heck of a play there to force that back. Defense, since that opening drive, seems to have kind of settled in.
Breathing hard, though.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got in 3rd and 21 against this defense? Castellano trying to create some magic here. 4-man rush, and will take off. And he's going to be corralled. That penalty by Reiser really did set him back. No chance after that. Poiser and Damari Brown combined. And here comes the punt team. Momentum killer.
Yeah. They picked up a couple first downs there. The penalty on Bain got across midfield, and then that mental error set him back, got him behind the sticks. This offense is really not built to get behind the sticks.
Cemento's punt is high, and Tony comes up and goes to one knee and makes a fair catch at the 14. And over the years, there have been so many hot-blooded moments, helmets knocked off, teeth knocked out. If there'd been targeting back in the day, there's still a lot of dudes sitting out. Big time hard.
Noah gets a chance in this game. Then take one.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the Georgia bark at my boss would be appropriate. Go, dogs!
Hey,
So we need
I got 150 now.
And it's not.
Hey,
Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss.
what do you say to me?
At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, Bark Boy.
What do you say? You came here for
Sorry about that. We'd like to try the monster menu.
The monster menu at BK is frightfully fun for families of all kinds.
You rule.
What?
Well, you Heismans are a little far from the house.
Sheriff Boz, what seems to be the problem?
I bet you it's the bus driving the car thing.
Bingo, Barry. Can he even see?
Not a lick.
Out of the car.
Here we go.
Dispatch, I got a horse behind the wheel.
What?
The 295 horsepower Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek.
We're surprising Twisted Tea superfans with a Twisted Tea drop. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol to kick off your game. Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Keep it twisted.
Domino's Best Deal Ever is back. Any hand-tossed, pan, thin crust, or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Last time you got
Sausage, bacon,
chicken,
spinach, beef, buffalo sauce.
What are you gonna get this time? Get Domino's $9.99 Best Deal Ever before it's gone.
Get revved up for a big game and for a big night.
Holding above us, straight from the greatest scene in sports, brought to you by Goodyear. The frenzy in the pregame is cooled a bit as these Seminole fans hoping the defense can get a stop. Miami, quick strike after the interception. Now has the football back up 11 here, midway second quarter. This is Jordan Lyle, who started against Notre Dame, got hurt, and has taken time to work his way back into the lineup. Stop behind the line. Tackle made by K.J. Kirkland. Holly?
Well, after that long touchdown strike, Carson's back and Malachi Tony came over to the sidelines together, and they were electric. Shannon Johnson, the offensive coordinator, they all got together and watched the play over on the iPad. Huge smile. Carson Beck was yelling at him, I knew I got you, I knew I got you. That has breathed some real life into this Miami sideline.
Usually the iPads looking to check out the defense formation. These guys just wanted to watch their highlights. I get it. Well, this crowd bringing some noise here on 2nd and 11. Beck has a lot of time now, just checks it down. And this Lyle is a talented guy. You know, Fletcher and Brown have taken it up and done really well, but you forget this guy has a top gear, has a dimension out of the backfield.
Yeah, and if you include the true freshman Pringle, they've got 4 back there that they feel really good about. So in a night where you need some depth, we talked about that with the Noles defense. They're seeing that right now on the Miami side with their offense.
Miami 1 for 3 on third so far. Lyle's in the slot left. They need about 2.5 yards. And the Noles were crowding the line, drew a false start.
Full start, offense, 73. 5-yard penalty, they're down. That's Cooper, just a little flinch there, 73. Right guard, pushes them back a little further.
Now Kirk did bring in the pass rush team, a whole bunch of fresh defenders coming out for the Noles as Beck figures to throw on 3rd and 7 here.
They've done a pretty good job of holding up against the pressure tonight.
Tony off to the left. Lyle is the back. Pressure does come, and Beck is flushed. Not the most electric runner. He does get north-south, but couldn't pick up the 7. Blake Nicholson knocked him down, and then Noles defense gets off the field.
Yeah, they've been showing this all night where they walk 6 up to the line of scrimmage, pre-snap. A couple times they brought them. We've seen this too. You bring 6, keep that offensive line, the backs guessing. Do a pretty good job of picking up. There's nobody open downfield, so they marry the rush up with the coverage, and Beck just has to eat it.
And that's on Kirk. It was a Miami penalty to really stall momentum instead of 3rd and 2. They're punching the ball away. Swirl right. You don't even have to feel this is a shank up the side of the foot. Not a very good effort there by Dylan Joyce. And the Aussie does not meet his own standard with that 29-yarder. Well, he wears 94 to honor Lou Headley. It was an Aussie who punted before him, who wore that number to honor Miami fans. You know, the original 94. Not for the original, but the famous one, The Rock. Yeah. So Castellanos giving really good field position as the Noles try to cut into this lead before halftime. Mindful that Miami will get the football to begin the 3rd quarter. Pittman in motion. Croma has the handoff, tries to bounce it, loses the football, and Miami has a second takeaway tonight. Usman Croma was dancing around there, was knocked loose, and Keontae Scott, the corner, comes up with it.
Just about to say, after you said that Miami gets the ball to start the second half, what a big opportunity with this field position for Castellanos and the Seminoles offense. Ball just gets away from his body, See the hand there. Good job of just being able to knock that away by Poyser, the safety, who's really coming off a great game last week. See his left hand right there on the football, strips it, and then look at all those white jerseys, and Scott ends up jumping on it. Now we get the ball right back to Miami.
They flipped it around, but you were just saying how it's Miami in your midfield. Instead of trying to cut into the lead, the chance to really build on it before the break.
Those kind of figure things out. They open up so promising, and a nice drive, field goal since then, a punt, an interception, a punt, and then a fumble in that last possession.
Back under center, we'll see more of that tonight. Lyle is the back. Another one of those condensed formations. Very fortunate for Florida State because number 10 was out loose again. And that's bad news for the defense.
Illegal motion offense. Number 0 is going forward with the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Isn't it amazing? Just a little thing like that. It didn't have anything to do with the play. Just a lack of discipline. See him in motion. He's going to cut towards the line a little early. That's it. Play's dead. But look at 10. What he's capable of doing. He's the guy that reclassified. We talked about that last week of the Florida game. Should be a senior in high school. Making moves like that in a rivalry game. Now it comes back, but it just, again, gives you an idea of what this guy will be able to do throughout his career for the Hurricanes.
Already so mature, so savvy. A couple weeks ago was his 18th birthday. So 2nd and 13 instead of a touchdown. It's Lyle going in motion, back looking that way. Now, instead puts it underneath, and the Noles do a good job defending Elijah Lawson, the tight end, but tackling him is a little tougher. They kind of read the play well, but that talented tight end able to make a positive play out of it.
245 pounds out of Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas. He's a very, very gifted player. You can see how physical he can be. The Noles got the game. The Noles had the games exactly where they got him. Got him behind the sticks after the penalty. They'll probably walk up close to the line of scrimmage. Try to affect the communication with this offensive line.
Empty backfield on 3rd and 8. Noles now show late pressure. Don't bring it. Beck steps up, hit as he throws. The pass rush effected it, and that was pressure from Mandrell Desir, one of the Desir brothers from Miami. Only a 3-star recruit, overlooked by most schools. It's a nice play there.
Yeah, there's a push here, and then a stunt to the inside. And they show those 2 inside linebackers, but it's just really the pocket just collapsing there on that right side.
So, Kirk, it's a missed opportunity for both offenses now. Miami, chance to of 7 straight completions by Beck. He's 9 for 11 in the first half with a couple touchdowns. Jalen Joyce got to pin FSU back. It's a better effort than the last one. Squirrel White is going to let it bounce, and it's going to bounce sideways. So he tones for the shank and knocks it dead inside the 10. Holly, tell us about the WNBA playoffs.
That's right. Game 1 was electric last night, and tomorrow on ABC it's Game 2 of the finals between Phoenix and Las Vegas. The Aces won Game 1, 89-86. WNBA Countdown tips off our coverage 2 Eastern, and the game is at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC and the all-new ESPN app. Dana Evans went off last night, 21 points, hit 5 threes to pace the Aces. It was electric. I expect Game 2 to be exactly the same.
You gonna make it there for an afternoon tip in Vegas?
No, Tallahassee killed me, but I'll be back for Game 3. I can only do so much. I'm only human.
Oh, man. I don't know. I had my doubts. Superwoman this time of year. All right? Seminoles from the 10. And take care of the football. That's job one here on the edge. Deuce Robinson. Did he fumble? Ball is loose. Pittman was trying to bail his teammate out and make a recovery.
I think he got it. 13 got on top of that, but that ball was loose. He's just fighting for yards, but doesn't take care of the football. This Hurricane defense, they come in looking to dislodge the ball. Jacoby Thomas got it out.
Very, very fortunate that Pittman, we said he does everything. Recovering fumbles is part of the resume, too.
All you see are white jerseys, and somehow Pittman comes back with it.
Second down run for Sawchuk. Violence and swarm. Those are the two words that Corey Heatherman always uses about his defense. And the results of just swarming to the ball, sometimes they don't show up, but often they create huge plays just on sheer effort.
No doubt. We've seen that already in his first down.
Just got it off blindside. Big hit delivered by Castellanos as Scott was making a beeline. High velocity for the quarterback.
He did such a good job of disguising this and waiting to the last moment that nobody picked it up, including the quarterback. He comes from the blind side off the edge. Look at this. Nobody sees him. Left tackle's not blocking anybody. He was very fortunate to get that ball out before he ended up maybe losing it.
Papa John's went all in creating a new Papa Dipper. Our first pizza designed for dipping. It comes with the garlic sauce flakes, 3 new flavors plus the original. This is dipping done better. The new Papa Dipper. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away.
Just bust the mold.
Shop deals up to 40% off this Prime Big Deal Days.
Compliments of the chef.
Oh?
He was so glad that he had emergency roadside service with Geico. And since they saved his bacon, he presents to you a bacon tart flambé.
Rick, mate, look, I don't need special treatment. I'm just happy that he's happy.
You're too humble, Mr. Gecko, which is why we also present to you, and I don't need special treatment, run-of-the-mill grilled cheese.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Get more savings in service. Get more with Geico.
The Jimenez family are having battery issues. But a friendly AutoZoner tests their battery and helps them find the right Duralast battery to get back on the road.
Our communities share one heartbeat. It lives in the places we gather and the spaces that give us purpose. But when disasters strike, that heartbeat stops. The very fiber of our community torn. And that's when Balfour steps in to help bring it all back. So students can learn, hospitals can heal, and families can return. Balfour, restoring more than property.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain, it's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil targets pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong relief. Advil, that's real strength.
Bye, kids.
I got some troubles, but they won't last. And pretty soon all the troubles will pass. 'Cause I'm a sugar town. If I had a million
you these to be a little less expected.
Check out the alleys. They'd go great with the hydrangeas below.
Will those last till Saturday?
Yeah, they should last until Saturday if they're kept in water.
Final 2 minutes of the first half. Seminoles trying to make a dent in an 11-point Miami lead. Tommy Castellanos, 7 of 12.